Hello, how are you today? This is Julius Keme, and I will be presenting to you one of the topic that we do have as part of the capstone information system, and that will be on week 6 and with a presentation for purpose of study by the group 6 members, which will be touching on the dynamic and interactive data visualization. At the same time, also we'll have a very good touch base on the user experience. Welcome as we're going to share this knowledge together. Thank you. So let's jump into understanding what the data visualization. I think also we could have gone back into just getting the knowledge on how things have been changing on data visualization due to the change of information system, and the same apply to the era of informations and technology with now the wave of artificial intelligence. But for the purpose of our discussion, we just get into understanding the three areas whereby we don't have a good touch base on the dynamic on visualization, whereby now when people are visualizing under dynamic visualization, they get the real automatic real-time updates on most of the data so that they can be interactive with the data, as well as apply to when it comes to interactive visualization. You see there is a lot of what you call it allow the user to explore them and manipulate data in it. And the same applied when it comes to the user experience. This is now, it gives the overall view on how now the experience when the user has been using these visualization tools, and the same applied, get to know what they have get out of it. So let's go. Yeah, so as I said earlier, the dynamic data visualization, I think on this case, we are able to see the automatic update of the real-time data and the news of information into a system or a visualization platform. Take for instance, when it comes to like a trading board. So the traders are able to get the real-time updates on the prices of like coin or the currencies or the shares, and out of that they are able to make the real-time decision and quick at the end of the day. That one helps, and courtesy of the dynamic data visualization that gives that room, because the update comes immediately and the user interact with the board and are able to make decision out of that information that they're receiving on time. So almost similar to the dynamic of data visualization, the interactive data visualization, this allows the users to explore and manipulate data now. So in this particular case, we see the possibility of the users to be able, like making a more interaction with the data or the visualization tool, to be able to see exactly what they're interested on. So take for instance on up snipped on picture, we can see as well, like if somebody, when you're using like if you've been using something like Strava, so you'll be able to make like zooming up to a specific region that you're interested to see, courtesy of the interactive data visualization. So that gives you a room, because of the possibility of you interacting now with a platform. You are able even to as well make a clear decision out of it, use of courtesy of the use of interaction visualization tools. So we ask ourselves, why do really dynamic and interactive visualization matter? So there could have been so many reasons out of this, but of course there is a lot of improvement in now the user engagement process, of which now the users are able to manipulate the data processing and understanding the exploration of it. So at the end of the day, they will be able to make some kind of presentation that leading to a deeper knowledge sharing and also deeper understanding of this data. Of course, the dynamic interactive visualization has helped in terms of simplifying the complexity of the data usage, because now people are able to like zoom down and even filter out all the controls and be able to lead into enhanced informations, at the same time also of course lead on to more understanding and more insight out of the data. Same applied, without forgetting when I shared earlier that there is real-time update from the dynamic impact of data. visualization. So this gives out a chance for people to make a decision on the real time. So it helps even like saving on time. Let's say for instance on the traffic process or the trading issues. So they are able to save on time on that. So courtesy of dynamic and interactive visualization, we see also people are able to tell their story using bar chart, line graphs. So the tools are able to give room for people to give that story in the presentation way, and they be able to drive a point at home easily and be well understandable. Also, I believe out of the dynamic and interactive visualization, we are able to facilitate and identifying the trends into like be able to forecast the future, at the same time also make decisions in terms of policy making and identifying the patterns. At the end of the day, out of that, we are able to come up with good solutions in terms of some things that are happening in the current life as well. So spite indeed matters a lot. So on as most research that we conducted, we find that there's some five keys principles of dynamic and interactive visualization, of which just have what you call the interactivities, which enable people to like input and output the data. Of course, we do have the real-time ability update. Same applied to what you call the responsiveness over there, which allows now the user to adapt to the different devices as well. So this one gives us an opportunity to allow different size as well. So same apply, we do have another principle of performance and optimizations, which allow like fast loading and smooth transitions. So all that's a part of the principle when it comes to dynamic and interactive visualization, without forgetting accessibility, which allows the design to be like colorblind, of course, and be able to like people have to be able to read it very easily without problem. All right, so let's jump into a few importance of the user experience in data visualization. Of course, there might be so many, but we do have one, like the clarity and simplicity that comes out of it, because it makes more complex data to be easily being interpreted by anybody who is trying to use the visualization tools. Of course, it helps in fostering decision making, as we see over there previously, supporting the information and choices. Definitely, out of that also we see there's much improved in terms of higher engagement through interaction and appealing, that you can see maybe when you're using, let's say for instance you're studying the graph charts, you can visualize and interpret very easily. Of course, it's helping reducing the misinterpretation of some data, whereby the confusion and error being minimized by the use of the this the user experience and data visualization. Yeah, so with improved technology, sometimes you may be tempted to do a lot of visualization, some beautiful types of visualization tools, but for you to have a very good effective visualization and user experience, I believe you need to follow this kind of the tool tips that can really help you in making good decision when in choosing a good visualization presentation. And one of them is you just need to keep it simple, ensure the consistency. At the same time, also don't forget about the optimizing the responsiveness, of course, making sure also as well you're making it more accessible. Out of that way, then there is easy possibility of your visualization and user experience to be more effective on what you are trying to communicate. Yeah, so to summarize, indeed, we see that dynamic and interactive data visualization has really enabled the user to explore the real-time data very easily, and of course leading to the fast and deepened insight. So if this one can be combined with a strong user experience design, then of course there's a possibility to drive a better decision making and increasing satisfaction in data visualization, at the same time also on the users of complex informations and the actionable or decision can be made out of a very wonderful presentation from the dynamic and the interactive visualizations. Hey, so this is our, we look forward to hear from you as we say thank you for watching up to the last minute. So if you have feedback for us, and we are going to also as well post some questions so that we can have an interactive discussion on that, and we'll be more than happy to continue receiving more knowledge at the same time learn from you. Thank you from me. Bye.